The country's courts and judgment in EFF leader Julius Malema's firearm trial is expected today. A reminder, he and his co-accused Adriaan Snyman applied to be acquitted due to a lack of evidence. So remember, this is all about that video which was seen with Malema apparently firing a weapon at the party's 5th anniversary in Mdantsane. So the story does go back a good couple of years. Let's just bring you back up to speed. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda with us. Hello, Ronald. I see the roads being closed off. I see the EFF speaker truck ready for what I'm sure will be an appearance by the leader after the court appearance. Just remind us exactly what we're dealing with here. Morning.
Good morning, Gareth. Well, the stage is certainly set to what the economic freedom fighter supporters are hoping for victory for their leader in court, Julius Malema. And just to recap how this trial has unfolded so far, it was a few weeks ago when accused number 1, Julius Malema, and accused number 2, Adriaan Snyman, instructed their legal representatives, Lawrence Hodes and Shane Matthews, to apply for a Criminal Procedure Act Section 174, and this stipulates that the accused have the right to request for their case to be discharged from court following the state's evidence, and when they feel that the state, following the evidence, has not have enough evidence against them in court. So it is upon that application, that's why we are here this morning. But what we also know is that the state has also been saying that there is strong evidence linking Julius Malema and Adriaan Snyman, who face 5 charges following the gunfiring incident that took place during the EFF's 5th birthday celebration at the Sisadukasha Stadium in Mdantsane in July of 2018. The state saying that video evidence should be enough evidence to be used in court. Of course, the legal representative of accused number 1 and 2 have stated that they don't think that video evidence in this court is sufficient enough. They feel that it has been tampered with. There's been arguments that the gun that was fired during those celebrations in front of an open crowd was a toy gun. So it remains to be seen as to what Toinette Olivier, the magistrate, will come up with a verdict this morning. But we will walk around, Gareth, just to give the viewers a sense of what is happening. Of course, the stage and podium is set. We are seeing a lot of people wearing EFF regalia around, and they've been drumming up support for days now leading up to today, to ensure that they are here in numbers. We believe that also people were transported with buses to this particular venue, and we are also seeing traffic officials as well as the police cordon off sections of the area that is close to the East London Court building. Some people coming near to the building who run businesses, they also had a few hassles when they were asking the people who were cordoning off the area why are they not allowed in, but they have since been allowed in. So we are expecting numbers to multiply a year outside of court as this case, as the verdict is about to be made shortly after 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, just after 9 o'clock. And many people are also going to forget as well. And it might just be worth touching on, as we can see how badly the roads are being affected, being shut down by police outside the court at the moment. Incoherent testimonies, also allegations of evidence tampering in this court case has also come up, hasn't it?
Yes, indeed, and this was following the state's case where they said that some of the police officers who were questioned were not really also, cooperating with the person or the main investigating officer. And it's upon this that the legal representative feels that there's no, clear evidence as to why the people who were brought in court by the state were giving proper evidence. But what we also understand is that the legal representation of Malema and Snyman have also argued that there was no person and eyewitness brought to the stand during the state's case. But this was argued by the state that the majority of people who were at that venue back in July 2018 were EFF supporters, and it was understandable that they were people who were not going to be giving evidence in court against their party leader. But what we also can expect today is that Julius Malema, the party leader, will be here. He's been usually flanked by the likes of Floyd Shivambu, as well as the Secretary General of the EFF. But it's also, if I can mention, a day to celebrate if Malema, wins his case in court, because it has been a good week here in the Eastern Cape for the EFF, especially their student command, who has been winning during the SRC elections at Fort Hare University. So today could be perhaps a cherry on top for the EFF leader if he's out with regards to this case. But according to the complainant, which is a lobby group, AfriForum, they believe that Malema, for the alleged crime that he committed, firing a gun without a license, firing a gun in front of an open crowd, that he deserves at least a 5-year sentence.
And then for the moment, Ronald Masinda, as I say goodbye to you, do you know if we're going to be able to take that judgment live on eNCA, or cameras not allowed inside, just as I say goodbye to you?
Yeah, so the good news is that cameras have been allowed inside ever since this case has been brought to court. But it's been a long process. I mean, this incident took place over 5 years ago. And one also got a lot of a sense of frustration, particularly from Malema during this trial, during when this case started. He criticized the magistrate, Toinette Olivier, for her arriving late in court, and he also made mention that Toinette Olivier, in her line of questioning of some of the state witnesses, that he felt that her line of questioning was in favoritism of the state. So a lot of people who will be here, including those of the accused, I'm sure are hoping that this matter will now be put to bed. But of course, the judgment will have to be made by Toinette Olivier, who needed more time, Gareth, to assess some of the evidence brought to court to make a judgment. So we are hoping that today we could finally hear what that judgment says.